Hello everyone, Let's Talk Swimming is on air now again, and with another episode. On the phone we have Alex from Scale Swimming again, as usual, as my partner in crime. I like to say that. First of all, thanks everyone for the love which you give us on all the videos we do. We appreciate that. And if, as I said at the beginning, if you have questions or want to know something specific about technique or swimming or whatever, let us know. And yeah, let us know, and we will answer it and use it for another talk. But today I have another one. Legs sinking. Well, I usually would now use this video, which there was a commercial. We are sinking, and the other one is going there and says, "What are you thinking about?" Oh, that is a good one. No, leg sinking. People ask me when I do my glide, when I glide through the water really slowly with a 2B kick, virtually no kicking whatsoever. Why do my legs not? Why don't they sink? And what is the miracle behind it? Is there to have a metal thing which I have attached to my body or anything like that? Why is that so? And so we want to go into that topic. I know one word which comes up to me, but tell me your story. Why do you think? Or you can do it too, man.
Okay, you're a miracle maker.
No? Not really, but yeah. Okay.
Right, number of reasons. The reasons why they don't sink is because you're relaxed in the water, you've got great technique, and your core is strong. Okay, so I'll reverse that and then say, like, why do people's feet or legs sink? Because they're not relaxed in the water. Okay, so they're fighting with the water and they're not feeling at one with the water. Their technique is off, which we'll go into in a bit. And quite often, you need floppy ankles, right? Because you need to be able to just have a little bit of a floppy ankle that will help you maintain that position throughout the swim. So when people are nervous and when they are not relaxed and they're quite tense, quite often they're not going to have a floppy ankle, and their feet are going to be pointing down, and that's going to be acting like an anchor. And if you've got an anchor,
yeah, that's one thing. Yeah. But I like your summary, like your little summary on what it could be or what it is. I mean, the one word which I had in my mind was the core muscles. And usually core is mistaken by like the muscles which you hear. You do sit-ups and just train that, and then afterwards it should work. No, actually it is a bit more advanced than this. It's a bit more into detail. It's intertwined with a lot of things, but the core is the most important. And how do you find out about the core? I want to mention that, and then we know what we're talking about. Take a kickboard, put it between your legs instead of a pool boy, a kickboard, and start swimming your arms with your technique. You will now see, to keep the kickboard between your legs and properly swim, you will need to engage your core, and you will realize what the core muscles are. Just so you know what we talk about. These are the core muscles. And this is for me the main thing. The technique is the other thing, so you get certain speed and rotation, which helps the core in the end. But there is videos where you can fly. A swimmer can always lie flat in the water, and the man usually has center of gravity is up in his chest, and not like women have the center of gravity in their hips. And usually the reason why men, when they are there and just floating, their legs go down. Swimmers can hold them up, and this is due to the core in the end, mainly the core. That's the other way how to find out about it.
But also being relaxed in the water.
Of course.
It's being relaxed to enable yourself to lay back and float. Whereas if you're a bit nervous and you're a bit tense, there's no way that you're going to float. So
you go down. If you don't do any movements, you will immediately go down. I mean, you will be tense when you're swimming, let's say a hybrid freestyle and then sprinting and these kind of things. But in the end, it is swimming has a lot to do in general, a lot to do with active and passive engagement of your muscle. if that makes sense, in the stroke. What I mean with that, let's say we take a swim stroke like this. Here on the water is the active part, and above water is the passive part, like the part where you recover. And the same thing happens through your body anytime in the moment, right? And this could be, or this would explain that. I mean, maybe you can explain it a bit differently.
No, I think you explained that quite well. I just noticed that snazzy watch on your wrist.
That's a new one. I mean, we talk about swimming and he talks about my watch, but actually in swimming a good watch is key as well, because you see what you're gonna do. Yes, it also has a watch to stop me in it and to see how fast I go if I go.
Very good.
Let's put
then let's get back to what you were talking about. I mean, let's think about the key things. So you've got to have a strong core. Okay, that's really important. You've got to be relaxed, and you've got to have floppy ankles, and you don't have to kick hard, because you hardly kick when you are doing your glide technique, but your feet are just doing this rather than acting like an anchor, pulling your feet.
Well, I'm trying to pull my feet up to the surface. I mean, that is something which you consciously do. I mean, if I think about it, I'm trying to lift my feet up to the surface. That I do in the end, but I'm not. The worst thing what you can do is flex it, because it's going to be as a counterweight, or it pulls you back in the end. And also a certain flow and a certain speed helps obviously also to be afloat and glide through the water afterwards. If you have reached certain speed, if you slow you down all the time, then obviously your legs will sink again. But I guess for me really is the core. I mean, that's the main thing. Yeah, rotation helps it. And technique obviously helps the speed, so it all's intertwined, but for me it is the core. And as I said, how you train it, as I said, use pool instead of a pool boy, use a kickboard to do arms, and I know it's hard, and even turn with it. If you do a turn, it's the hardest to keep that for a lot of people, to keep the kickboard between your legs. It's very hard, so you can't really do that. But yeah, I will go that route.
Yeah, if someone just scrubbed forward and just paused on this bit and got confused, what you're talking about is using a kickboard and placing that in between your legs, near your ankles, to make it super hard.
That you can do. No, I would just put it where the pool boy usually is. I would just put it there. I mean, between the ankles, then it goes again to be a drill kind of. But if you just use it in a arm set, which you have, let's say 10 times 100 meter arms or something, if you just use it there, and then you put the kickboard instead of a pool boy in between your legs, it will already do the trick mostly. I think
that's a good idea.
that would already help, and then you do it seamlessly, and you realize you engage your core, because every time when the board is on the verge to slip out, you engage it again, and then you will see that your core will work again. That would be the thing which I would do. That is the easiest way to get it, I guess. The easiest way.
I was gonna say it's not easy, but it's the easy way of seeing progress and knowing whether you're engaging your core or not.
Exactly.
It gives you that instant feedback.
So again, core, for that your legs don't sink, be relaxed, engage core, try to see that your ankles are not flexed, like that you have floppy ankles, like Mr. always tells us in every video we have about kicks. It's his MO, right? He loves it, floppy ankles. For me, it's the glide. So we have that. But so these are the most important things. And I think that sums it very much up why we don't sink. It's really that we have a certain balance in the water.
Absolutely.
Good. I hope you liked it. Share, like, and follow. This was Alex from Scale Swimming, soon to be a professor, and then we can call him Professor Doom. And then this is Marcus Marta from Marcus Martaler. I hope you're well. Cheers.
I've got no comeback to that. See ya.
Cheers.